Kiranmay ma'am, so you have a daughter who's a youngster. So from a mother's perspective, how meditation is helping you there in terms of understanding, a lot of tips happen between parents, children, and a lot of things come up. How are you handling that? How meditation is enabling you in being in this?
Thank you, Neha, and thank you, the panel and the audience. Thank you, Chandra sir, for having me here. So, my journey into meditation just happened by chance, I would say, because for me, meditation, yoga, these are all used to be like fancy words, like, that elite people do. That's how I used to perceive. Until one day, like, somebody introduced that to me. And the first 40-day session I did was probably the second session that Chandra sir did once he started the Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation. Within one week, I was falling asleep and I felt I was wasting my time. So I quit and I didn't do it. But then in 2022, I just felt that if I cannot do something for myself, and if there is one more stress that is going to come into my life, I don't know if I would be able to handle. It just felt I was in the middle of the ocean and I was looking for something to hold on to and get to outside. So that's how the feeling was, and I started, and I think like I was seeking for something, and it was there right in front of me, but it came to me 2 years before, but I didn't recognize it. So when I started the meditation, it really helped me. That was about the time my daughter was like 16 at that time, and we would meditate, and both of us were learning, like both of us were trying to do it, and so she would listen, and at that point in the time. But later on, things got a little more stressful, at which time she didn't want to do anymore. So she just quit. And there was so much going on. She was depressed for many reasons that were going around her. And as a mother and raising her in United States, it's like she's more like that cultural barriers, like in that age, like a lot of things that she was handling, she was not able to figure out like who she is, what she want, what her identity is, and all of that. So it was very, very stressful, and I didn't know what to do, and she was getting into that extreme anger, and she's not that, but I was just being patient with her. And everybody around me, including my own parents, used to judge me because the way things were going back then. But because of the meditation, I started to let go. I started to give her the space. I was afraid when things were going like that. I was afraid something would happen to her. So it was almost like I was protecting her like in a glass, like in a cage, and then that bird or like whatever that animal is growing in the cage, it overgrows and it's trying to push and break that cage. And that means like it is breaking, she's breaking me, and that is the amount of the pain and the hurt that I was going through. But I didn't know. I could understand her pain, but I didn't know what else to do to protect her in the given situations. So all I knew was like it was coming not from the space of her anger towards me, it is from the space of her own challenges, and that we both didn't know how to navigate. So meditation helped me to give her the space and to focus on just myself and just be compassionate with her, not be mad at her, even though it hurt me in that moment. Like thinking back, like even now it hurts sometimes when I think, but I still know that she is the wonderful kid that I have. She's very, very compassionate, and today she is doing psychology and she's in second year in college, and she is able to draw the boundaries. She's more appreciative of the way I have raised her. Now she reflects back and she says like, Mom, there was nobody else like around my friends. Back then I didn't know, but like now I know like the way you raised me. I'm so much appreciative because you always allowed me to be who I am. And in one of those moments, if I may extend this, is when I actually, because she stopped meditating. So I felt, I wish I knew this like when I, little bit more when earlier, when she was more younger. So she and I would have figured this out much earlier, right? So she wouldn't have quit. She would have taken the toll. So today, 4 years and now 20, she is still not practicing meditation. She's doing her psychology, but I know she will one day.
Among so many things that you said, one thing is allowing her to be herself. Allowing somebody to be herself, and this is what mostly we speak about when Chanda sir talks about, no interference, no judgment, no complaints. Such lot of wisdom along with meditation. Like Patriji says, meditation and wisdom are like wings of a bird to fly. Both the wings are needed.